Alright, so I need to do a repair on a printer that I'll show you. It's in the corner of my setup here. Let me move this. And I need a certain tool for 3D printing that I think gets slept on a little bit, and I don't really know why. Let's get going. Alright, so I put some new filament on this, and I was switching between ABS and PLA for different prints, and I think that's part of it. So what I have to do is I have to get in this corner, and it's already difficult trying to like pull this whole thing out. So I'm just going to work with it in place, but it would be much easier if I could see with my headlamp. So that's what we're going to do. I've turned it off, I've removed the AMS, and I'm going to do two things. I tried a different setup for this wiper on the P1S. I'm going to put this back because I don't like the upgrade that I put in. I don't think it does a good enough job, or something happened. Anyway, but I don't have a wiper right now, so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to unclog it, which I got to find my unclogging tool. But this makes it so much better. No light? Light. Let's get in it. I got my declog, no clogger. Awesome. If you don't have one, get one. And I have a small little bit set. So, alright. That's going to work in the area. So I'm going to go ahead and take this upgrade off first. So we're doing two things right now. The back of the P1S, unlike the A-Series, the A-Series have these little rubber or silicone, I don't know, wipers. And I put this little block in, and I cut down a piece of those wipers and glued it in place, and it popped off almost immediately. So I like the idea of this, but I'm going to put back the original wiper here. Where does that go? I don't think it matters. Well, it probably will. And then we'll unclog this thing. Now we can unclog. This next part, I need to get this tube off of here, and I do something that's ill-advised, which I use this to push down the little coupler that's holding it. Don't do that. Okay, we got this out. I need to turn the machine back on. So I run ABS and PLA through these, and I flip-flop, and I think maybe that constant flipping is what caused this issue. There we go. Alright, so there's that piece. Now, while this is still heating up, I'm going to get this to 250, and then we're going to shove this down through here. It's this old plastic off. Alright, new camera angle, and I've got this set to 250C, and I'm going to shove this spike, which is the same size as our filament, straight down. This is really... Oh man. Your printers typically come with this little needle. This is it's just a regular needle, it's just regular needle size. It's really long, and it will go in the tip of the nozzle. There's a lot of gunk here. There it goes. Okay. There was a hard stop in there. Still going a little bit. Okay, so we've got movement. So we don't have like a chunk of metal or something sticking in there. Okay. Use these pliers just to scrape off around it. I don't have... Sometimes you'll have it, like if I didn't catch this when I saw it, Also careful, this thing is super hot. Sometimes if you don't catch it, it'll just keep going nuts. So we should see if this works. Man. Alright, so there's still plastic around the cutter, which is probably part of the reason. I'm probably going to have to take this off. Because I am just hitting just solid something. And it is not moving. Let me try this needle from inside. I don't think that's going to do much. I'm seeing some plastic around the gears. So we might have, what I suspect, oh, I'm putting a lot of force on that too. I don't want to break something. I don't know how strong these bars are, but I don't want to wreck my machine. So I'm gonna have to take this off. Let me see if I can just take the nozzle off. So what we need to do is take that sucker off, which I've done before. It's just been a minute. That is supposed to be empty. This is all gunked up. So I believe last time I took this back panel off. This little, that guy comes off. It's a little weird. And these I think are all the same, but we'll keep those three over there. This should come right off. Okay. So what I did is underneath I set my screwdriver down and just pushed the whole assembly. Let's see if we can see this. So right there, the yellow, that's not supposed to be there. There it is. That was gunking up the whole thing. And this should go through. That's what we want. So I'm not sure what happened here, if there was a kink, if I didn't cut it right. I did just throw this in, set it up real quick, and then hit print. I was kind of in a hurry. So I don't know if it was user error or just a perfect storm, because the previous print was doing ABS, and then I immediately put some PLA in there. So I'm wondering if there was maybe some gunked up ABS, and this couldn't get through, so it just mushed, and it was able to melt the PLA and become malleable, but didn't melt the ABS, so it couldn't push through all the way. I don't know if that's what happened. That's my working assumption at the moment. So I do switch between the two materials fairly often. So while I'm here, I'm just kind of looking this thing over, and I am seeing that this gear here has a lot of just gunk on it. So I'm like a lot of plastic in it. So I'm just gonna, I don't have like a wire brush or anything, which is what I normally would use in this situation. I don't want to pull this grease off either, or get this thing too greasy. And now we need to reassemble. So that stand goes through what we had pushed on. And it does move freely now. It didn't move before. I don't know if it's supposed to freely come out or not. It wasn't coming out before. However, I also had this tightened, which I need to tighten back. Let Will this come out now? It still comes out. Okay. Alright. We're going to set this back on. Matching configuration. The wiki, the Bambu wiki has like all of this. I'm pretty sure it has everything that I'm doing right now, as far as like how things are laid out. I had this happen once before, so I've already done this. I don't know if it's 100% the best way to do this, but it's worked for me before. Now the other thing I need to look at is this nozzle is very, very gunked up, but I've also been using it constantly. So this goes, which way do you go? That goes up. Ah, here we go, like this. All right, so that goes in here. Okay, so that's clearing out the jam. But also, I saw this earlier. Alright, so it's just some dried plastic on the hot end, or on the silicone cover. That should be fine. The thermal paste is looking good. I'm just going to use these to scrape off the excess on the outside. Just so that's, again, a wire brush is probably the best option. But I don't have one. Alright. Okay, that's actually pretty good. This goes on this way. There is filament here, but that's normal, so that will get pushed through once everything heats up. I also need to redo this cutter and tighten that up. So next we need to plug these in. That's in. Okay, that looks decent. And my fan. Goes in here. And this should mag it on. And our PTFE tube can pop right there, and we are done. If this video ends with some filament coming out of a working machine, we'll know I was successful. And this is for my P1S 02. On to the next part. I think we made it. Alright, repair is complete. Thanks for watching.